Howdy. Howdy, folks. Howdy. I'm Black Dragon. Welcome to another edition of Black Dragon Biker News Network. Biker news you can trust. And as always, I'd like to thank you all for tuning in from wherever it is in the world that you happen to be. Hey, man. Listen. First of all, thank you, Ragnar, for introducing me to iced tea, the kind that keeps your blood sugar down because it's no sweeteners. I drink nasty ass unsweet tea, thanks to Ragnar, a longtime listener, turned me on to that. Blood sugar dropped tremendously when I stopped drinking sodas and started drinking nasty tea. We our Black Dragon Biker News Network, we do biker news in the mornings, Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Of course, it's 10:30 right now. I'm a little tired and very depressed and having some sleep issues. I apologize for that. The show is on Monday through Friday. We want you guys to like, listen, subscribe, follow, and share. Getting right into it. Wow. So we talked about them yesterday. We talked about this thing that we saw where a bike club, let me see here, where there was this, melee. We learned what melee meant yesterday, and we saw a motorcycle club get into a fight, or we saw a fight at a motorcycle club. And what was crazy about that is now, as a result, they've had their clubhouse shut down. So I'm having a little bit of difficulty with my screen here. Let me see something. Cancel. Trying to get to another screen here, and of course, my computer has taken over. Interesting. What we got going on here is really interesting. All right, let me go to a backup screen here. Hold on, give me a second here. The computer will take over in the middle of your show and leave you looking crazy like this. But here we are. Okay, I got it. Trying to mess with me, computer? It ain't happening. All right, so here on screen 2, we have more than one screen in here, trying to act like we've only got one screen. We got a few screens. We'll just go to this one. So the Fall River Biker Brawl that happened yesterday, or happened a few days ago, that we reported about yesterday, those guys got into a fight. And, yesterday I was just looking at it. I had no idea that it was, allegedly it was the Pagans and they say the Hells Angels that got into this fight at the clubhouse. So, we didn't know that. We were just reading the story. So this right here, bro, this happens. This has happened to me and the Black Sabbath. This is when I was national president. This has happened to me on more than one occasion. I've had whole clubhouses shut down. And, the Pagans have been catching hell the past couple months. They had a brother shot off his motorcycle. I believe that's what happened. Back in Oklahoma, not long ago, they've had arrests. They've all kind of stuff going on. Now they have a clubhouse shut down, and the city will weaponize these arcane laws to shut your clubhouse down. The city will come up with these crazy laws to shut your clubhouse down. And it really sucks because when you first go into a city and these landlords rent you these lousy ass buildings, they're so happy to get you in there as a motorcycle club. First of all, you're going to do a few things. The first thing that's going to happen is the whole neighborhood is going to boost up when you come in there. They're gonna the crime is gonna go down. Oh, come on, Black Dragon, really? Yes, really. Whenever we go into a neighborhood, the crime goes down. Ain't nobody messing with no clubhouse, and then normally we put our clubhouses in and we put cameras up all over the place, right? And the neighborhood knows that no one's going to screw with the neighbors or the neighborhood where a clubhouse is. I mean, any clubhouse. It's not just on the 1% side. Well, you put a clubhouse up in a neighborhood, every neighbor. First of all, and I give these recommendations. People say, Black Dragon, I want to open up a clubhouse, or what should I do? The answer is go to the ghetto. Trailer park, whatever your area of downtroddenness is. That's what when you put a clubhouse up in the trendy part of the city, you're going to have problems that you don't have in the ghetto. I always like to put clubhouses in the blighted area. You're going to lift up the spirits of the people. You're going to, crime is going to go down because people ain't trying to mess with the biker club. So that's the first thing. So when we get in these dilapidated ass buildings, these slumlords, the next thing we have to do is we have to pay this money, and we normally go in these buildings and they don't do nothing. Like, we got to do everything when we go in there. I remember the clubhouse we got in the clubhouse our last one in Atlanta that we got. Well, hell, even the Dragon's Lair. They hand that thing to you as is, and you're like, that's cool. I got brothers. We're in trades. We do this, that, and the other. No big deal. We'll get the place together. And you do that. You don't particularly pull permits and stuff because nobody's looking. Nobody cares. It's a blighted ass, dilapidated ass building, and it would have crumbled up and went away, but you brought vitality to it. And then you have the melee, or you have some sort of something. Somebody gets shot in front of your clubhouse, or the neighbors decide they want to picket your clubhouse. And when that happens, then you'll see the city come out with this hold on, I'm blocking somebody that's trying to sell Bitcoin on my there you go, you're blocked. So then you see the city come out with this crap against you, and it's happened on more than one occasion. I've done many videos that talk about how to act at people's clubhouses. We don't get a lot of clubhouses to go to. There used to be a time when there'd be 15, 20 clubhouses in a city. But they do everything they can to shut them down. So some of the time I always write this, this is what you don't do in front of clubhouses. You don't peel out in front of them. You don't burn out in front of them. You don't have sex in front of the neighborhood on the back of the motorcycle and leave your condoms on the ground. Clean up after yourself. You don't leave beer cans and shit all over in other people's businesses that they come there in the morning and there's what do you guys call them things? Where you wrap the marijuana up in the tobacco in the cigar thing butts on the ground. Marijuana cigar thing butts on the ground. You don't have that. You're not supposed to that. And whenever we have a clubhouse, one of the things we do is after we have a party, we clean up the neighborhood because we know y'all don't know how to act. Because the quickest way to get your clubhouse shut down is the things that people do when they come over to it and they don't know how to behave. Like coming to your neighborhood. Boom, 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 boom. What the hell is wrong with you? Bro, we gotta exist here. Never forget the time I had to slap a dude upside the top of the head. Got out in front of got out in front of my clubhouse. And then he gets the bike and he just walks a big circle around and just peel. And you look at this idiot and then you just go slap him upside the effing head. Like, bro, we got to live here. Oh, blunts. That's what it's called. I knew that. What makes you think I didn't know that? Blunts. No blunt ends. Is that what they're called? Blunt ends? No blunt ends. Like, I guess you can only smoke it down so far, right? You can't smoke it to nothingness. And you want to throw it on the ground. And cigarette butts and stuff. If you got a clubhouse that's in a neighborhood, you meet this real fine thing, take her down the street where the street lights are not, It's dark enough, you can turn around and hit that on the back of the motorcycle. I've done it. I think we've all biker club dudes have done it. That's a check mark you must check. But bro, if you throw your used condoms on the ground, now, I'm not saying you should put it in your pocket, but have a pre-plan, okay? A little plastic bag or something, because the kids that are going to be walking to school in the morning are going to see that shit. And the parents who have to come out and roll their trash out to the thing, they're going to see that and they're going to know that came from the motorcycle club down the street. And that place that you had to hang out at gets under attack by the local neighborhood. It's happened to us. It's happened. And we've lost clubhouses because of it. We've absolutely lost clubhouses. Also, stop that, will you, Braveheart? Stop it. Next thing is, if you're in a clubhouse that's in a like an industrial park. Industrial parks are the best place to put clubhouses if you're not in the ghetto. But if you're going to put it like in a storefront or something like that, it's a storefront. So there are people with stores, fronts, and the stuff you do, like, you have the blunt ends and stuff and liquor bottles and stuff. And this guy has to come in and open his office up in the morning. He's got to open up his, his pawn shop. And he's got to step over broken glass and stuff and he's looking down at the clubhouse. So now he's calling down to City Hall. And the funny thing is, none of that is what the people who have the clubhouse do. None of that is the motorcycle club. We don't do that. We live there. We don't do that. We bring our women inside the clubhouse and hit them on the stripper stage or whatever. We don't do that out in the neighborhood. We don't do that. It's y'all that come by. We don't get out in front of our clubhouse. We don't do that. It's you coming to visit our clubhouse with that bullshit that does that. Why we can't stay in the neighborhood. And they get ugly. Like I remember before we lost our Wichita, Kansas chapter clubhouse. I'll just call that one out as one. I remember that the sheriff got, not sheriff, but the local police got so nasty. And we would park, we would park in front of the clubhouse on the grass or whatever. And they would come by and like write tickets if like your wheel was on the sidewalk, or like you would use the sidewalk to get up onto the, which is nothing in a, rickety ass broke down clubhouse and nobody cares about except when they care. Now you're getting a ticket for riding on the grass or riding on the sidewalk. But dude, you weren't even here when I put my motorcycle here. We could have just rolled it up. And it got nasty where the police would sit outside the clubhouse, and as people would ride by or leave, drive, they'd pull everyone over. That's a good way to stop people from coming. Can't go over to the Black Sabbath, man. They're gonna pull you over, bro. Just blunt, not blunt ends. Thank you, Dante Riddle. No roaches, smoke to the fingernails. Somebody said 127 people in here, only 30 likes. Come on, you guys can do better than that. Like my shiznit, people. Like it, please. So this is what we've seen before. So it's no wonder to me that this has happened to the pagans. They have weaponized, and then God help you if you have a fight in there or somebody gets killed. When somebody gets killed in your clubhouse, it's damn near about to be shut down. I know so many clubs that have lost their clubhouses and mother chapters and stuff like that. Remember when 108th and Broadway got taken away out in Los Angeles. And so you and I said yesterday, oh my goodness, they had to fight at the clubhouse, and that was funny or whatever, but it seems that it has come back to bite them with these weaponized laws. So if you want to keep clubhouses, you want to keep having some place to go, because there ain't a whole lot of places to go. We can go to here in Atlanta for a long time. I don't know if it's still going on. They were throwing parties at TGIF on Wednesday. And those people, they don't give a damn about you. Bike nights, guys always want to throw bike night parties at these big places where you don't make no money. They give you the door, they keep the liquor. What kind of money is that? You won't take that to a local clubhouse. Clubhouse makes money. You make money. No. These places, they don't give a damn about you. You can't hang out and be yourself. You can't have the girls on the poles. You can't do none of that. You can't be a biker. You got to be a choir boy. I like to say I'm a biker, not a choir boy. You can't be a biker. And then you go get your clubhouses shut down because you don't know how to act at somebody's clubhouse. There should be just a MC protocol fine that we just enact across the nation. If you act up at a clubhouse, your chapter gets fined by the COC $550 per incident. She called that the Black Dragon Law. I made it up. Derek reminds me not to tell on myself. It's not a stripper stage. It's a meeting table. Yeah, absolutely. That's what we should be doing because this is terrible. Anyway, so the 1375 Pleasant Street Clubhouse of a motorcycle club involved in the Saturday noontime melee with a rival club that left 7 people stabbed was shuttered by the city for building code violations. Building code violations on Wednesday. But that was yesterday. Here's what pisses me off. We didn't invite anybody over to our clubhouse to have a fight. We didn't put up this, hey, come fight at our clubhouse sign. But you're going to shut our clubhouse down with some kind of weaponized city code. On Wednesday morning, the bright orange uninhabitable, no occupancy notice was plastered on the door of the building used by the Pagans headquarters. Well, this is obviously not uninhabitable. We've been in the mother sucker for quite a while, inhabiting it just fine. This whole made-up uninhabitable clause. When I think of uninhabitable, I think of, mold or something. Makes it uninhabitable. We are inhabiting this MF all day long and having a great time. Inhabiting our behinds off. It's an inhabit. We're just habiting. And here you come with this orange sign. And it's ugly. On the notice, a warning said that anyone who continues to use or occupy the space could be subject to prosecution. So now you have turned, I tell you, it's weaponized. You have turned walking into my building, doing what I did yesterday, Tuesday, into Wednesday, a prosecutable criminal offense with just an orange damn sign. Wow. That's crazy. On Tuesday, Glenn Hathaway, the city's director of inspectional services. Wow. Do they even have, I've never even heard of that. Director of inspectional services issued a cease and desist order because he said work was being done in the building without proper permits. He said that. What was his proof? Hathaway said that the uninhabitable order was issued because there was no fire protection in the building at all. Now, you guys have had to have known that there was no fire protection in the building. Why did you allow it to be rented? You be coming up with these things at the last damn second, almost like a motorcycle club president making up bylaws as he goes. It's just crazy. It's unfair. Make it up as you go. You've seen it. Yeah, we'll be doing it this way. Perez, that's not in the bylaws. It is now. Anyway, he said they were working on the building without permits, and he said he didn't like that. That was the cease and desist order, and that order, I guess, is to tell them to stop working on a building without permits. And then I guess another order that must be 2 orders here. The inhabitable order was issued because there was no fire protection in the building at all. Do we have to have fire protection in the building? Can we just not what the? Can we just not uh um just like can we not just? I mean, does every building have fire protection in it? I don't think so, especially old buildings. So it says, what is the East Coast 1%? The notices didn't block a painted sign on the shattered glass door identifying the Pagans as the East Coast 1%. So I wonder what they're going to go into here. Is this going to be how they justify this? Let's see. According to the U.S. Department of Justice, National Institute of Justice, a 1% motorcycle organization identifies the outlaw motorcycle gang subculture, signifying that 99% of the bikers are law-abiding citizens. Okay, so they gave us that information. Several sources identified the rival club in Saturday's melee as Hell's Angels, a motorcycle club that's located in Westport and also identifies as a 1% motorcycle club. So I guess what they're saying here is the Hell's Angels dropped by and gave the Pagans a brawl. And we really don't see anything. I mean, motorcycle clubs, do that from time to time. The violent incident on Saturday is still under investigation, and police have not released the identities of any suspects. Like, do you get mad when two baseball teams clear the benches? No, nobody's shutting them down. Nobody's putting any cease and desist orders over at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Do you get mad when a couple of football teams hit the 50-yard line and get at it some? Nobody's shutting down Qualcomm Stadium. Qualcomm, yeah. Out there in San Diego. Groups of men throw a few punches sometimes. Well, I had one of my club brothers swing at me. Brutus got him. Good dog. Like that. Anyway, the violent incident on Saturday is still under investigation, and police have not released the identities of any suspects. And according to police, press release issued Saturday afternoon at about 12:30 p.m. More than 50 people were involved in the brawl. We read that yesterday in front of Pleasant Street. Now, if you're looking at this on video on the YouTube or Facebook page, of course, the listening audience can't see this, but they're showing the ugly orange City of Fall River uninhabitable, no occupancy notice pasted on the door. A little piece of it is on their 1% symbol. Like, don't be pasting on top of our symbol. What the hell's wrong with you, man? 4 of the 7 stabbing victims were taken to Rhode Island Hospital, and 3 others were transported to Charlton Memorial Hospital. That happens in those kind of fights. Nobody shot anybody. Not the first time a biker brawl has happened in Fall River. The last rival motorcycle clubs clashed so publicly in the city was in September 2019 when a gunfight broke out between 2 local groups, the Sidewinders Motorcycle Club and the Outlaws Motorcycle Club outside of JC's Cafe on Bedford Street. So, these things happen. The shooting left an Oak Bluffs man dead and 2 others injured with non-life-threatening wounds. The Outlaws and Sidewinders also are a 1% organization. Since Saturday's daytime brawl, Mayor Paul Coogan said he's spoken with Acting Police Chief Paul Gavin regarding getting walking beats back on Pleasant Street in the Flint neighborhood and increasing police patrol presence. People are nervous, but I don't think that's the normal behavior, said Coogan, mentioning a recent neighborhood meeting in Flint and talked about issues like this. They plan to revitalize the area. Flint residents have big dreams for their neighborhood. Will they be around to see them? They want to know. So anyway, it talks more about the meeting uh, and the redevelopment authority and on and on. And it seems like Coogan said Coogan, he and his administration met with the owner of the 1375 Pleasant Street property. Oh, that's the other one. Huh. That's the other one they do. They go meet with your landlord to scare the shit out of him. After they meet, and it depends on how cool your landlord is. Sometimes the landlord folds under the pressure and you get some weird thing from an attorney talking about you violated. You didn't tell us you were a motorcycle club. So I always tell people going in, I need to write this 10 things to know when you start a motorcycle club. I always tell folks when you're going to start your motorcycle club, ensure, be sure, make sure, surely tell them this is a motorcycle club and put that in your lease. Anything else, bro, you'll have all your money invested. You have built up the club. You've put in your own sprinkler system. You've done all these things, and the first hint of trouble, and it doesn't have to be a melee. It can just be an underage person in your club, anything. And you got your landlord who's been threatened by the police over in your face talking about you didn't tell me this was a motorcycle club, and you're going to have to get out of here and leave all your improvements in here. So don't sneak that by them because it'll bite you in the arse. So they had a meeting with the owner. I lost my place. Oh yeah, Coogan and said he and his administration met with the owner of the 1375 Pleasant Street property, Manuel Compass of Somerset, on Tuesday. It seemed like he wanted to work with the city. You know what that means. If he wants to work with the city, your ass is gone. So it seems that he wanted to work with the city. Obviously, in a situation like this, it puts added scrutiny on a building, and that's exactly what has happened. So basically, they've sat him down and said, look here, bro, your building's not up to code, and you can put that motorcycle club out, or we can open up the code book on your arse. Or that's what I'm imagining. I mean, they could have had tea and crumpets. After he asked if he'd prefer that the Pagans Motorcycle Club not return to the Pleasant Street property, Coogan said that section of the city is a business district and the administration will be looking at zoning regulations in the area regarding clubs. We're not going to take our foot off the gas on Pleasant Street. This fight was horrible, and I'm hoping a one-off incident, said Coogan. But as you guys can see, they're putting the pressure on everybody to rid these folks, rid this neighborhood of this motorcycle club. Somebody said, Black Dragon, the real issue here is ownership. Forget about the lease, time to own. Oh my God. So, so here's the thing. So when I talk to motorcycle clubs about having a motorcycle clubhouse, absolutely one of the first damn things I say, 1906 phenom, is that you really need to be looking to lease to own, or you're really looking to buy, because owning is always better. The president of our Maryland chapter points out, since we're talking about this, can I please pass on our gratitude to the 16 Nation for their support for our fallen brothers and sisters their kindness and good deeds should also be highlighted. Absolutely. Man, I just can't tell you how many pagans we have heard from through this very horrible uh, thing that has happened to us, that have sent us well wishes and have helped to support us and our GoFundMe situation and everything. And um, that's we just can't be more thankful. And the goodness that these folks do has to be pointed out, because they're quick to call them racists and all kinds of other things, but they're quick to jump on them and shut their clubhouses and stuff down, but nobody talks about um the great things they do. But we do. We talk about it over here. So we are absolutely thankful for them. Um absolutely. Uh so my point here is, know how to act at other people's clubhouses. Know that when you show out at other people's clubhouses, you can get them shut down. Know that we are all just trying to make it as bikers here. We're all just trying to do what it is that we love. And there are so many people out to get us and shut us down. And this right here absolutely has happened to us before. And absolutely will happen to you if you can't control what's going on in your clubhouse. So if you guys want to help us out, the Black Sabbath Nation, here's our GoFundMe. I've just put it up. It's on the screen for the Slidell chapter, the Louisiana chapter of the Black Sabbath. Our surviving members have, burned up in the wreck and stuff like that. They're not going to be working for a little while. They have incredible hospital fees and things like that. So we're passing around the hat. Anything you guys can help us with will absolutely be appreciated. The GoFundMe, https:// gofund.me/9 Charlie Bravo 4 Delta 464. That's the tiny URL that will take you to the GoFundMe page where you can help us out if you can. That's https:// gofund.me/9 Charlie Bravo 4 Delta 464 for my listening audience. And we'd absolutely appreciate that. Any update on the driver? I will have an update on the driver. I'll be calling the Sergeant Mumi over there in Little Rock, Arkansas. He's not in Little Rock. He's in near Fort Smith, I believe. And I'll be asking him for updates. I was told that they are filing charges, but I haven't checked that out with him yet. I've been told a few things, and these are things I've heard from one of my club brothers that was talking to them, but it's not something I verified yet. But I think that he was drunk. I think he got on the highway going the wrong way. But I will verify that, and I'll be doing a story exactly on him and what his situation is, and what is going to come of that. A lot of people say they're not getting my notifications, and I just don't know why YouTube does that. I'd say just unsubscribe and resubscribe again. Make sure to resubscribe again. And I'm hoping that works. So sorry this happened. Can't believe someone would drive on the wrong side of the road. Well, it's not hard to do when you're drunk. But I don't want to put that out yet until I know that for sure. I can't help dollar wise, but I will start posting a link to this on our show on Wednesday evenings. That's everything. And it's tough out here for everyone. If you can't send any dollars, if you can post this on your social media, for those that can, we absolutely appreciate it. This is the worst thing that has ever happened to my motorcycle club in the 35 years I've been involved with it. And I've heard from the father. I mean, we've had horrible things happen before. The first person to ever die in our motorcycle club was killed in front of the clubhouse, stunning up and down the street, and ran into the back of I think it was a Cadillac. We've had people die before, but we've never had anything this horrendous, and body parts of our people left on the side of the road and all this old kind of business. And I don't really I don't fault them. That this was such a horrific. People ask me, well, what do you think about the police department and they did this wrong and whatever. Listen, man, this was tough for them. It's tough for everyone. It was raining. It was the middle of the night, but I tell you what, as soon as they found out there was some body parts left on the side of the road, when they found that out, they got their ass right back out there. So, we're very happy about, we're very thankful for that. They're very thankful that I certainly, I was prepared to go do it if I had to, because people have told me things like, oh, the city's not responsible for doing that. And normally if it happens outside, they just let it be. These are things people tell you, you TikTok, all these professionals, you believe. I'm like everybody else. If you put it up on social media or the news or television, I believe it. It's only just recently that we've even started using the term fake news. We haven't used that forever. So, yeah, man. Yeah. It's tough out here. It was tough for everybody. And this is absolutely the worst thing that's ever happened to us. And I tell you, last night, I just kept seeing the events in my, I know I fell asleep with it and I woke up with it. It hasn't left. So I can't imagine my brothers and sisters that were actually a part of it, watching a truck come at you at 100 miles an hour. My one brother, Joker, said that he he closed his eyes. And I tell you how devastating this is. The OG Magic George Clark, the person who brought me inside the motorcycle club that has been retired for a long time. He just called me just this second. That's how devastating this is, that we hear from the Master Chief. The OG just called me right this second. I sent him the voicemail. We're hearing from 50-year members of the Black Sabbath calling. This is how devastating this is when the OG calls and speaks. So we it's just riveting. It's hell. It's hell. Get a clear picture once the toxicology reports are back. That's what the police officers told us. That's what the state trooper, Sergeant Mumi, told us. I mean, this Sergeant Mumi guy, oh my God. He was. Okay, so the investigating officer was hit by a wrong way driver himself and almost killed. Look up Mumi. I think it's Moomey or something like that. There might be an H in there. Moomey, I believe. Arkansas police. This guy is a super warrior dude that never had to come back to work ever again. And so here he is after having lived the same damn thing. He almost died. So he absolutely understands what we're going through, as the same damn thing happened to him, almost killed him. And he's back on the police force working his ass off. So that's one of the people handling our case. And he ain't just a whistling Dixie. So, you know, I think we got the best people on it. Stid said, we own our place out in the sticks. No harassment, none. That's another thing. You got a motorcycle club out in the sticks and you own it. It's yours. Can't nobody do nothing to you. Own your own motorcycle club. How does that explain the specifically steering the truck into the pack as they were evading it? Daniel, I don't know. I don't know yet. But he's alive, and we didn't think that he was. So maybe we'll be able to get that answer out of him. And we will see. I resubbed again, and they're still not showing. So it must be YouTube. I got Hollywood's notification. So I don't know why YouTube does this. But I am, you know what? We have a person. I'm going to actually ask that person, why is this happening? YouTube gives you a person that you can ask questions to. What else here? How do I get in touch? Black Dragon, how do I get in touch? I have info. Oh, well, that's easy. Black Dragon at blacksabbathmc.com is how you get in touch with me. Black Dragon at blacksabbathmc.com. And the phone number for the show is 404-692-0336. 404-692-0336. Black Dragon at blacksabbathmc.com. That's how you get in touch with me. It's, you know, and you can send a text message, or you can email me, or you can actually call that number. I do pick it up. It's forwarded to my cell phone, so I do actually pick up that number from time to time. People call me on it all the time. I remember when all of Georgia was 404. All of Georgia? I knew all of Atlanta was 404. Now, if you're calling me right now, of course, I can't answer the phone right this second, but I will get back to you. Whoever just called me, I will get back to you. Stid says something that I think is important, and it sounds like he might know. Unless you guys out there have never picked up body parts, don't judge. They did get it cleaned up. So sorry for your loss, Black Dragon. I feel the same way, Stid. I feel the same way. As I was saying, I'm so glad they got it, because I'm not trained. I was prepared. Now, if it came back, oh no, you know, we don't do that. We just pick up the big pieces and we just leave the little stuff. And I had heard that, and if that was the truth, then me and my club brothers were gonna go and recover those remains. And I'm gonna be honest, bro. I don't drink. You guys know that. It was gonna take me a fifth of Jack Daniels or whatever the case it took. But I was prepared to go do that, and the state troopers know that you're not prepared to do that, so they took care of it. And I was told that it was very difficult for them too, because this was This was horrendous. Let me tell you guys, I saw a pelvis, and I'm just trying to, I mean, the pelvis bone, like it was gone. There was no skin on it, nothing. It was like, it was as though you had pulled it from a archaeological ruin. And the idea was that the thought in my mind was, I mean, it takes months. I mean, how long does it take for a body to decompose? How bad was this thing that happened that there were bones out there? This had to be horrible. And my club brothers, they saw that, and sisters, they saw that live. I got there, I saw it 3 days later. They saw it live. They saw it, happen. I'm talking to them every day, and their minds and their hearts are broken, but their minds, the post-traumatic stress disorder is there, bro. It's there. It's there. So for me, it's horrible. Anyway, moving on. Someone says, I work in a surgical operation department, seen a lot, but if I had to pick up my friend's remains, I'd be drunk for days. I believe that, man. I absolutely believe it. I'm firefighter, and EMS. It's never easy, especially with kids, but I've never seen anything left behind. That's damn sad. It's sad for all of us. We're just trying to move on, man. Damn, Georgia has 9 area codes now, 4 in just Atlanta. Yes, 678-404-7470. I don't know what the other one is. But we want to thank everyone, man, because the well wishes and stuff, and the not well wishes, but the um, sympathy, um, wishes, and respect has has come from all over the place. Chroman 84, I don't know what that's all about, bro. That's not called for here. 11 years as an Army combat medic and NREMTB. You never forget. All I'll say is you'll never forget. So, and I tell you something, it's so hard to okay, so what am I gonna talk about on the show today? It's so hard to move on. It is it's very difficult. TLO Barden, we thank you so much for that. So anyway. Good morning. All sorry I'm late today, Black Dragon. What is the status of the driver? I don't know yet. So a lot of you guys are asking that, and we're going to do a show on that. And we're absolutely going to do a show on that. I hear you, Brother Devil. Thank you. A man was run over by a train behind my house. They cleaned all night. The next day, I saw all kinds of animals and birds. So I checked it out. There was a lot of him left. I called and raised hell. And that's all you can do. That's all you can do. That's all you can do. You can call and ask them to come back out. And in our case, man, they flew back out there, man. So all right, man. Listen, man, listen. Are we at an hour? Damn. It looks like we are. Just about at an hour. He who increases sorrow increases understanding. Who said that, Peter? That's interesting. All right, we are gonna move on. There'll be more news today. We're moving the channel forward. Before I went on this trip, as you guys know, we were trying to do a couple news stories a day. So if you see little bitty snippets, and then also what we're doing is we are bringing in the TikToks, since they are really doing well on TikTok. We've been bringing the TikToks in over here on this side. So you'll see the short videos as TikToks. So they'll be kind of interesting, I hope. TikToks have gotten a lot of views over here, so we're having fun with that. And we're going to have some new shows that we had started with Hollywood. Oh, listen. I need those people who follow Hollywood. I really need a favor for him as well. I need you guys to send to him your praise and support and love. And Hollywood is going through some particularly tough times right now that I won't discuss, only except to say that if you care about him and you watch him every day, he has got a bright smiling face on, but he could absolutely use your prayers and support. So there's a lot that goes on with these people that come on every day and do this for you, for your entertainment and information, training and education, news and entertainment, whatever you want to call it. But the facade that you see on the outside of us is not always what's happening in the background. We are absolutely people and absolutely human and absolutely frail as any of you, and tough as some of you. And from time to time, we just be going through it too, man. So if you have a moment, uh, make sure to say, I support you, Hollywood, and I'm praying for you, and I love you, and that would be cool too. All right, we went through something similar to what Black Sabbath just went through back in 2010 here in Arizona. A truck ran over 8 bikes. Jesus, 2010. I wasn't even doing biker news back then. Sorry to hear that, man. This has happened a lot more than we know. And we have to raise the awareness of motorists out there. We got to support these MSO, motorcycle safety organizations, these MSOs. We got to support them because they're the only ones out there working for us on these laws and things. So anyway, all right. That's it. Let me see. I'm down to the last comment. I'm Black Dragon, Midnight Star, Ghost Rider. Please give Black Dragon a thumbs up. Yeah, give me a thumbs up, man. All right. A lot going on in this country, man. Prices are up. They say gas is going to be $6 a gallon. It already is. So I don't know what they're talking about. If you're in California, you already know that. So a lot of us are hurting about certain stuff, man. So when you see your brother bikers out on the street, make sure to give them two fingers, man. You know how we do it. We need each other. We need each other right now. All right. I'm Black Dragon. That's my 2 cents. Love to hear your 2 cents in the comment section below. Thank you so much for sticking with my motorcycle club during this, and for all of your love. Thank you for being with us through our time of need, and thank you so much for being with this show for so long. So many of you. I just don't have words to say how much we appreciate you. Thanks for tuning in, and get skinny. Prepare yourself to take the helm as president of your mighty motorcycle club by delving into the pages of Black Dragon's newest book, The President's Bible, Chronicle 1, Principles of Motorcycle Club Leadership. There you will learn to advance your skills in applying the 14 scientific principles of leadership similar to those taught to officers in the United States Naval Service. Available in hardcover, paperback, and ebook. Get yours today on Amazon, Kindle, or order it at your local bookstore. Order your autographed copy from blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club president you can be. Get the book. Okay, here, let's check this out real quick. You know, I've been talking about my hero soap. I wanted to show you guys. Here's my empty bag of my hero soap. I actually use this stuff. I'm going to do a commercial with me in the shower. You guys will like that, won't you? Won't you guys like seeing me in the shower? I'm going to have a model with me. You know, some sort of 2 or 3 models around me. If you guys remember the commercials that used to have Joe Namath in them. Great balls of comfort with Noxzema. You remember those commercials? Are you guys old enough for that? Where he had these models around and he's in the shower and he's got this Noxzema cream. Yeah, so I'm going to do me some, you guys want to see me naked, right? So anyway, this Hero Soap Company, I use this stuff. They sent it to me. I used it, and it's awesome stuff. And what I like about it, and, you know, I'll just be kind of cool with this, is that it's manly. It smells good. They got all kinds of soaps. They've got lavender and all these kind of manly smells. Peppermint tea tree, peppermint cool, spearmint. The woods. They have body washes now, which is new for them. They didn't have the body washes when they first contacted me, but they got them now. What I like about these folks is that they give a percentage of their sales back to charities that are focused on helping veterans and first responders. So that's, they say, we want to thank you for helping us support our veterans. So if you, and first responders, so if you buy some of this soap, they're going to send, you can get a subscription. That's the other thing. You can get a soap subscription, like you can get a razor blade subscription. And if you buy their soap, a few things happen. One, they send, you get some soap to wash your ass. They get some money, that part of it they're going to give to veterans and first responders. And if you use the discount code Black Dragon, which is what we're hoping you use, they will give a percentage to us as well, which helps keeps the show supported. So good on them, good on you, good on us. And of course, you guys know I love these rings. My sister accused me of having demonic rings. How you gonna accuse me? She told me she was terrified of my rings, and she said each ring was more demonic than the one that I would previously put on. Each one was more terrifying than the previous one. And I don't understand how she could say that about my rings. My rings are cool. You know, you gotta use some cool rings if you're, you know, these are my rings, man. So if you like rings, like I like rings, biker rings, you can go here to Gothic Rings, gthic.com. Just like with the soap company, if you use your discount code of Black Dragon, you get you a very cool discount, 20% in this case. I like the Medusa ring, man. They got some very cool rings here. They got Masonic rings, you know. So use these folks. They got pewter and all kind of stuff, silver, actual silver in these rings, and they've got stainless steel rings. Man, their rings are the bomb. I like them. I wear them. So get you some. Get you some, man. Get you some.
You are fake news.
Black Dragon Biker News Network. Biker news you can trust.
Biker news you can trust.
Biker news you can trust. Biker news you can trust.